Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first actual 2024-2025 Fantasy Premier League video. So today I will be going over my picks for my team. As you can see, I've already picked my team, but I will be explaining them all here. So stay tuned. So first, we're going to have our goalkeepers, all right? And you can already see my picks, but I'm going to go over them. So we have Bertolino is my first pick, all right? So if we go and we see all of the goalkeepers, right? We see players from big clubs like Arsenal and Onana. But then we see the people from not so big clubs like Pickford, Leno, Flecken, and Areola. And in my opinion, these are the best players to get for goalkeeper because they're cheap and they can get lots of points by being the hero for their club, which is going to happen a lot because they don't have as sturdy of defenses. So that's why I picked Leno, number one. And also, like West Ham bias, so I picked Areola as my second goalkeeper, but he'll probably be starting most of the games. Then we have my defense. So we got a lot of players here. We have a ton of options for defense. The only problem with defense is you can only get points from clean sheets, goals, and assists, as well as like bonus points and like minutes played. I understand. But the big thing, right, is you're not going to know really which team is going to get the most clean sheets. It always makes sense. Like Arsenal did it last season, but there might be somebody new this season. So I pick it basically on who I think will score and assist the most. So first, I picked up Pedro Porro. He got lots of points from goals and assists last season, so I'll do that again. I'm also going to pick Van de Ven. These are two of my Tottenham players. And they are definitely players that could score or assist this season. We have Virgil van Dijk, who is always a big player for Liverpool, and I think scores more than people think he does for Liverpool. Mikalenko was really good on my team until he got injured last year, so he'll be a nice pickup, and he's really, really cheap, so 4.5 is nice. And then we also got Anthony Robinson. Clouds Restore, who is also really cheap and is American, and he's a fullback who can get lots of assists. So I'll think that is a pretty good decision. Then I'm going to actually skip over midfield and go to my forwards, all right? And as I said, right, in my prices video, I think it was the first one I made, Erling Haaland is 15 million out of 100 million of your great British pounds for this. I think that's overpriced. I don't know how I'm going to fit in my whole team with that. So, I'm going for the cheaper options. We got Ollie Watkins. We got Dominic Solanke. And we have new to my team, Alexander Isak. So, these are three players who are really, really good. Alright, they can score lots of goals for their club and have been on a tear recently. Watkins has been doing good in the Euros, and both Solanke and Isak scored many goals last season. Watkins, I think, is more assists and goals than Solanke and Isak, but I think it's good to have a little bit of mixing up in there. Then we have midfielders, right? And midfielders can get you the most points out of all positions. They score more points for goals. You can get clean sheet points as well. Like, sure, a lucky goalkeeper or defender could get you much more, but in general, it's the midfielders that are the most. So first, we have the obvious two picks. We have Kudus and Bowen. All right, this is West Ham bias, but it's also because they are really cheap this year. Kudus is still a 6.5, which I believe is criminally undervaluing him, but I will definitely take it for my team. Bowen is 7.5, which I think is a little bit of an upgrade. But I will definitely still take him for my team. Then we have Pascal Gross, all right? And this is primarily to save budget. It's also because I think he'll be a star on Brighton this year, and I just don't want to take a defensive midfielder like Rice or Rodrigo or someone that plays in that area. So I think that taking Gross over them is a pretty good idea. Now we go the heavy hitters on my team. We got Bukayo Saka and we got Heung-min Son. These are two people that I had on my team last year. All right, and they were my best players by far. They scored lots of points, and I believe they'll do the same thing again this year. Son is playing on a rejuvenated Tottenham team who has gotten Europe for the first time since last year, and Saka will finally try to win his Premier League title this year, which we'll see if that actually happens because, City. But I think both of these teams have definitely got a good future within the next season. Hence why I took like 3 Tottenham players. But I think they're both going to be they both have to score, I think, at least like a dozen goals each, and they both will assist quite a bit. They're both on good attacking teams. They both want to play attractive brands of football. So I think this will be a very, very, very good selections. The only problem is it is 20 million euros. So that's why you'll see me take much cheaper options everywhere else. But this is my team. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, and like and subscribe. See ya.